Rhea Ripley is all set to lose her first match on Netflix's WWE Raw, thinks veteran. Rhea Ripley is undoubtedly one of the biggest names in WWE right now. However, a veteran thinks that she will not be winning her title match on the first episode of Raw since moving to Netflix. The rivalry between the Eradicator and Liv Morgan has been a hot storyline in WWE for quite some time now. With Raw moving to Netflix, it is clear that Triple H wants to make the first episode a memorable one. To that end, the 3 matches announced so far for the card are all high-profile ones involving names like Roman Reigns and CM Punk. In Sportskeeda's writing with Russo, Vince Russo was asked about his prediction of the title match between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. He stated, "I think, Rhea Ripley is super over with the people. She don't need the belt, Liv does. Liv, that belt, and that title really helps Liv. Rhea Ripley will remain over whether or not she wins the title. She doesn't need the title. They just need to protect her in this match. But I think, they should keep the title on Liv." The WWE star has received praise from Bill Apter. According to veteran journalist Bill Apter, Rhea Ripley has redefined her era of wrestling in the company. Speaking on an episode of the Wrestling Time Machine, Apter explained how the Eradicator had become a household name in pro wrestling. He stated, "To me, Rhea Ripley changed the tide, the riptide there. Rhea Ripley redefined the female end of WWE, and I would say there are a lot of other women in there that did incredible, including Teddy's pick-me-a Jax. Liv Morgan also, way up there, and so many of them. Rhea is, people expect to see her. She became a household face in the pro wrestling business in 2024. As of now, it remains to be seen what is next for Rhea Ripley down the line in WWE. Liv Morgan to lose her title to Rhea Ripley after retired 9-time WWE champion returns? Potential surprise explored. Rhea Ripley is set to face Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship on Raw's debut on Netflix. It is now set to be a last woman standing match as this rivalry has reached a boiling point. The clock could be ticking on Morgan's title reign, as a retired 9-time WWE champion is rumored to make her much-awaited comeback and could become the deciding factor in this match. Becky Lynch could return and cost the Judgment Day member her Women's World Championship. The man has been on a prolonged hiatus since her loss against Liv Morgan in a steel cage match on Raw. For those wondering, Lynch did not actually retire. It was Morgan who has been claiming that she retired the multi-time women's champion. However, Lynch was recently featured in WWE's latest commercial for Raw's debut on Netflix. Such a major hint has nearly confirmed her return to WWE on the highly anticipated episode of The Red Brand on January 6th. With big-time Bex having a score to settle with Liv Morgan, she could show up during the Women's World Championship match and play a pivotal role. Throughout her feud with Morgan, Mommy has consistently fallen prey to the numbers game. With last woman standing matches known for being a breeding ground for chaos, Becky Lynch could come to the aid of Rhea Ripley. She could eliminate ringside interferences from Raquel Rodriguez or the Judgment Day, paving the way for a fair match. Simultaneously, the man could also exact retribution on Liv Morgan by helping Mommy dethrone the 30-year-old star. Lynch is a 7-time world champion, a former NXT Women's Champion, and a former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. She could be gearing up for her homecoming on the first Raw of 2025, which seems inevitable. Liv Morgan to move to SmackDown after dropping her title to Rhea Ripley? Liv Morgan has been the mainstay of Monday Night Raw for the last 8 months. Since winning the Women's World title earlier this year, she has been ruling the women's division on the Red Brand. Amid the speculation of her losing against Rhea Ripley, her days on Raw could be numbered moving forward. The 30-year-old might move to SmackDown after suffering a potential setback against the Eradicator. The Stanford-based promotion can switch Morgan's roster during the ongoing transfer window to kick off a new journey for the Judgment Day member on the Blue Brand. Additionally, there are chances that WWE might consider moving the entire Judgment Day to Friday nights in 2025. As a result, the faction could start things afresh. Liv Morgan could be involved in the chase for the Women's United States Championship on SmackDown. However, it all depends on the outcome of the last woman standing match between Ripley and Morgan on Raw's inaugural episode on Netflix. It will be interesting to see what WWE's creative head, Triple H, has in store for both women. Stipulation added to Liv Morgan vs. Rhea Ripley at Raw's Netflix premiere. After it was revealed by Rhea Ripley herself that Adam Pearce had made her the new #1 contender for the Women's World Championship, a match was soon officially announced between herself and Liv Morgan for the gold at Monday Night Raw's upcoming premiere show on Netflix on January 6th in the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. Over the last couple of days, a stipulation has now been added, raising the stakes of their title match. Morgan will put the women's world title on the line in a last woman standing match against her rival. Throughout the last year, Ripley and Morgan have battled in basic singles matches, mixed tag team bouts, and a shark cage match with Dominic Mysterio suspended midair. This will be the second time Ripley has competed in this match type, but it will be the very first for Liv Morgan. The updated card to Raw's debut on Netflix is as follows. New stipulation added to Rhea Ripley vs. Liv Morgan fight as Raw debuts on Netflix in January. The popular OTT platform Netflix has secured the rights to stream WWE Raw in January 2025. One of the key highlights of that show will be the much-anticipated fight between the reigning women's world champion, Liv Morgan, and the former world champion, Rhea Ripley. Considering their recent rivalry, where Morgan joined forces with Dominic Mysterio, who was in a storyline relationship with Ripley and later kicked her out of Judgment Day, the matchup promises to be a thrilling contest. As far as their previous fights are taken under consideration, then Ripley has the upper hand on Morgan with a 3-2 record out of 5 fights. Out of these bouts, Morgan received some major ringside help from her Daddy Dom and other Judgment Day members, including Finn Balor. The matchup has already been announced, and there is a major update surrounding their face-off in January that ensures the fans an edge-of-the-seat excitement. A fight to watch out for. On Wednesday, December 18th, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce announced that Liv Morgan will be defending her title against Rhea Ripley on Monday, January 6th, 2025. In his announcement, Pearce informed Morgan that she will be defending her world title against Ripley on WWE's Red Brand's Netflix debut. While at the time of the declaration, it was just a regular title defense match. In a recent turn of events in this week's episode of WWE Main Event, it was announced that this match is now going to be a last woman standing match. This is going to be Liv Morgan's second title in the last 2 months, as she won her match against Damage CTRL's Iyo Sky. With anticipation surrounding next week's bout, former WWE writer Vince Russo predicted that Ripley would win the match, while he also emphasized